Nike finally decides to get into the Caitlin Clark business as they have officially revealed Caitlin Clark's signature CC logo merchandise coming as soon as October 1st. And there is an Easter egg in the commercial dropped by Nike that could give us an idea when her signature shoes will be released.
Back in April 2024, Nike officially signed Caitlin Clark, then everything went silent. No merchandise, no rollout, not even a teaser. Fans were left waiting for any sign of what was coming. Now, out of nowhere, Nike has finally made its move, unveiling a brand new logo that has the entire WNBA buzzing.
Here is Caitlin Clark's official Nike signature logo.
This isn't just a logo, it feels like the beginning of something much bigger. Some are even calling it luxury level, not just sportswear. Was Nike's silence a sign of hesitation, or a calculated strategy to make this reveal hit harder? Whatever the case, the way Indiana Fever fans and players rallied behind Caitlin Clark to elevate her brand has been nothing short of remarkable.
This just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever.
The logo is finally out, but the real game changer is set for 2026, when Caitlin Clark's signature sneaker officially drops. So let's dive into the details, and I want to hear from you in the comments. Did Nike absolutely nail this rollout, or did they wait a little too long?
So it's finally here. It's finally here. The Caitlin Clark logo.
After Caitlin Clark signed with Nike in April 2024, what followed quickly became known as the Year of Silence. Fans had expected an immediate rollout, new gear, commercials, maybe even a full apparel line. Instead, there was nothing. No merch, no big announcements, no activation strategy. For a brand that usually goes all in on its stars, the quiet stretch was hard to miss. It wasn't just the absence of product, it was how unusual it felt compared to Nike's approach with other WNBA stars. In recent years, players have received visible pushes right away, from jerseys and sneakers to high-profile collabs that kept their names buzzing. Clark's journey was different. Even after shattering NCAA records and entering the WNBA with unprecedented hype, Nike kept things low-key, possibly to avoid overshadowing other stars like AJA Wilson. That contrast left both fans and analysts questioning what Nike's real strategy might be.
And in the article, they say, while Caitlin getting her own shoes is an exciting moment for women's basketball, reporting on the deal has resulted in some backlash on social media. The problem some fans have with the deal is that the only WNBA players with a signature shoe are white. Some argue that the Las Vegas Aces' Asia Wilson should have gotten her own shoe before Clark, who hadn't even played a WNBA game yet. Oh, okay, it's not that Caitlin isn't good at basketball. It's that it's not fair. And it's racist. Okay, why would Nike care about what's fair and not about what makes money?
The longer the silence stretched, the louder the speculation grew. Social media filled with questions. Was Nike unsure about the demand, or were they waiting for the perfect cultural moment? Theories spread fast, especially as Caitlin Clark kept smashing attendance and viewership records, yet still had no official Nike merchandise to her name. The gap between her rising stardom and Nike's public response only deepened the mystery. Looking back, though, it wasn't hesitation, it was strategy. Nike has been known to play the long game, letting anticipation build before striking. And with Clark, this might be one of their most carefully drawn-out plays yet. Instead of unleashing everything at once, they're rolling it out step by step. First the logo reveal, then an apparel drop in early October, and finally, her signature sneaker set for 2026. The rollout has already begun with a soft cotton tee as the first piece of merch, with reports pointing to October 1st as the launch date for her full apparel line.
According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet. But you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out lickety-split.
This staggered timeline wasn't a missed opportunity, it was a deliberate strategy designed to stretch Caitlin Clark's visibility year after year. Calling it silence undersells what was really happening. Nike wasn't disengaged, they were orchestrating a long game. Every extra month of waiting only amplified the suspense, so when the logo finally dropped, The moment carried more energy than an immediate rollout ever could have. And with it, Nike released a statement that made their intentions crystal clear.
Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee.
Two interlocking CS, simple, yet instantly polarizing. When Nike revealed Caitlin Clark's logo, what first appeared to be a minimal design quickly sparked an online debate. Nike officially described it as interlocking CS, explaining that the mark symbolizes her ever-expanding range, with the smaller hidden C representing how her game was built from the inside out.
If you kind of like squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me.
Nike's statement gave the logo one meaning, but fans didn't stop there. Everyone seemed to spot something different hidden within the lines. Some argued the curved design resembled a three-point arc, while others embraced the idea of the hidden C, symbolizing her growth and limitless range as a player. Those layered interpretations gave the logo far more depth than you'd expect from such a simple graphic. Clark herself embraced it wholeheartedly, calling the design a dream come true before proudly sharing it across her social media.
To me, this is more than just a logo. It's a dream come true. People always talk about leaving your mark on the game, and this is another way I could do that. Caitlin Clark on her Nike logo, bro. And this is just a big time thing, bro. I'm super proud of Caitlin. Happy for her as an athlete, happy for her as a fan of the game. And
what really pushed the conversation, though, was the online reaction. Fans immediately compared the interlocking CS to high fashion giants like Gucci and Chanel, with some even tossing Louis Vuitton into the mix. And the comparisons weren't random. The clean, minimal structure of the design naturally sparked those associations. Instead of coming across as a typical sports emblem, the logo carried a sleek, luxury brand vibe.
Already mentioned, the statement says that the two interwoven Cs reflect Caitlin's connection with the fans around the globe, and the smaller hidden C represents how Caitlin's game was built from the inside out.
On social media, fans pointed out that the logo looked just as natural on a hoodie as it would on a luxury handbag. That versatility is exactly why the mark doesn't feel confined to the basketball world. It straddles sport, culture, and lifestyle all at once. The truth is, most sports logos don't age well. They're often too busy, too cartoonish, or too tightly tied to jerseys and game day merch. Clark's mark took the opposite approach: sleek lines, no clutter, and just enough openness for fans to project their own interpretations onto it. That's the kind of branding that extends beyond the court. You can picture it subtle on a sneaker tongue, bold across a sweatshirt, or even standing alone as an upscale lifestyle emblem. It's no surprise so many people described it as polished, refined, rather than flashy.
People think it's very clean and sharp, and a lot of people are critiquing it, saying it kind of looks like a Gucci ripoff or like a Coco Chanel ripoff, and that it's lifeless and boring, when really it's hard to tell what a logo is going to be like until it gets placed on the shoe or the product. Like the Asia One logo here is kind of just a weird logo by itself. It seems very like asymmetric, but once you do see it on the Asia One shoes, it doesn't look that bad.
Of course, not everyone was impressed. Some critics dismissed the logo as boring, while others accused it of borrowing a little too heavily from high-fashion brands. A few even argued that by leaning so far into the luxury aesthetic, it lost some of its personality. But in reality, those mixed reviews only fueled the rollout. The debate kept people talking, and when a logo sparks multiple interpretations, stirs disagreement, and dominates the conversation, it usually means Nike achieved exactly what it wanted: relevance.
But regardless about how anybody feels about it, the second these things drop, they are going to fly off the shelves.
This rollout wasn't just about a cotton tee quietly showing up on a website. It was about planting the idea that Caitlin Clark's brand identity is designed to stretch far beyond basketball, with a logo simple enough to scale and bold enough to demand attention. The conversation was already buzzing off the court, but the real surprise came when it finally hit the floor. During the Indiana Fever's game against the Seattle Storm, the team unveiled the logo in the most unexpected way. No hype, no teasers, no official announcements, just the emblem suddenly appearing during warm-ups and in-game moments. Fans inside the arena caught the reveal live, while clips spread online through staff and fan accounts rather than the Fever's main page. That unusual split fueled even more buzz. Some saw it as a strange lack of support, while others viewed it as clever misdirection that made the surprise hit even harder.
Let's see. I like it. Give me luxury brand. It gives me luxury brand. I ain't lying, guys.
This was strategy in action. The Fever completely flipped the script on how teams usually handle these kinds of rollouts. Instead of weeks of countdowns and hype videos, they shocked the crowd at the Indiana-Seattle game by handing every fan in the arena a jersey stamped with Caitlin Clark's new logo. The reveal was electric, a true gotcha moment that landed bigger, louder, and more unforgettable than anyone could have imagined.
Every fan that shows up to Gamebridge tonight will get the first release of Caitlin Clark's signature merchandise from Nike.
On the court, the rollout went even further. Clark's teammates and even head coach Stephanie White wore the logo in full support. This wasn't a reveal that trickled out through promos or press releases. It exploded live in the arena, with players, staff, and fans all rallying behind it together.
Hell, I didn't think they was going to do nothing. Oh, did they do something? They got the entire outside of Gamebridge completely Caitlin Clark themed. Not only just that, every fan shows up tonight get a Caitlin Clark t-shirt. I mean, guys, I cannot make this up. Caitlin Clark is simply the talk of the internet today. Her and Taylor Swift broke the damn internet.
Online, the reaction was instant. What could have felt like a risky rollout instead turned into a wave of excitement because fans weren't just seeing a logo, they were witnessing an entire team and franchise rally around their star. That collective embrace transformed the moment from a personal milestone into a shared identity, proving the Fever aren't just backing Clark, they're building with her. And if this much energy came from a surprise logo drop and free jerseys, imagine the scale when Nike finally unveils her signature sneaker in 2026. After the earlier Rookie of the Year shirt drew heavy criticism, this rollout feels like Nike's course correction, and a big one. It's also clear this isn't just a one-off moment, but part of a carefully staged blueprint. The logo reveal now, apparel pieces like the soft cotton tee and a wider line arriving in early October, and the signature sneaker locked in for 2026. This slow burn rollout positions Caitlin Clark as more than just another rookie, it cements her as a long-term brand pillar.
Game was built from the inside out. And a quote from Caitlin says, "To me, this is more than a logo, it's a dream come true." But a lot of people do like it. They are like reading heavily into the design. One person says the way it resembles a 3-point line in the middle, clean lines, minimalistic, there's a touch of sophistication and a hint of elegance we see resembled in her own personal style. Not too flashy, it's not working too hard. And Ken Swift puts a funny post up where he says, Caitlin shoots it from here, which is like just outside of what the 3-point line would be.
Now I want to hear from you. Do you see this as sports branding, or does it lean more into high fashion? And which WNBA player do you think will benefit the most from this kind of staged rollout, Clark, or someone else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want updates when her apparel drops and the sneaker timeline locks in, make sure to hit subscribe and join the conversation.